Mike, you've been a part of some great offenses every year here. What do you feel like you guys this year is making you kind of play at this level? Is the tempo making a difference with that, or is it just the familiarity? What's making you guys so good this year offensively?
I think the tempo. I think adding CB, which opens up a lot in transition. He's very good in transition. I think adding Russ, such a willing passer, finding guys buckets. He knows how to create points for other people and then just make the simple pass for assists. He's very good at that. So now we got Joker and Russ doing that. And then I think as the year's gone on, we're getting better and better. I don't know if we've been an elite offense the whole year. I don't know the stats, but I think we've gotten more comfortable as the year's gone on.
Where do you kind of feel like, I guess, big picture, you guys are at? Is it encouraging knowing that there are stretches where pretty bad first half defensively, it might be a bad three quarters defensively, whatever. Maybe it seems like there are consistent issues on that end, and yet you're in a stretch of 1-8 out of 11, that sort of thing. Do you kind of see those negatives as a positive in a way? In terms of
I mean, it's good that we can turn it on. It's good that we can. Even last year we had a very clutch fourth quarter defense, but it would be better if we could string together more fourth quarters so we're not in certain situations. Coming out ready to play, not conserving our energy, but sometimes when we go into halftime, we regroup and we can see what we did wrong on film. We kind of come out with a more sense of urgency. And we haven't always been a team that comes out third quarters ready to play, but I think that we've done a better job of that this year.
Is it frustrating for you that the defense is so inconsistent, or that the two halves today were so disparate?
I mean, it's we're playing good teams. They're a very potent offense. Trae Young can shoot from anywhere on the court. DeAndre's been playing really well, so they're good players and they're a good team. But I think that we definitely, especially in transition in that first half, they were just getting easy stuff off of our mistakes, and we could have been a lot better on that end.
First time you met Trae, was that on or off court?
I mean, it was off the court, but he was coming to practice. He joined my AAU team. He was coming to practice, yeah.
What was the first thing you noticed about him when he practiced?
Actually, the first time I met him was a couple years before that at a camp. But I always just noticed how competitive and how much of a he's always been smaller, but he had such an edge to him, such a competitive nature. And then a couple years later, after I met him, he came to play with me, and we became really, close friends. And I've just always admired his. There's not many dudes his height, his size, ever that have been able to do what he's done. He's led the league in points. He's led the league in assists. I think it's pretty remarkable, how good he is for his stature. He's one of the most skilled players in the league for sure.
Wait, so when you first met him, have you had other experiences like this because you're playing such a high level AAU with guys you're like, I don't know if this guy's got it, or to see where he's gotten to that surprised you, or are there other guys that have surprised you that you weren't sure?
There's been guys who have surprised me from my high school class that ended up being really, really good NBA players. I think two that stick out are Shea and Jordan Poole. They were both in my class, but they were not super highly touted high school players. But Trae, he's always been a top 3 or 4 point guard in the class. He was never number one. But I think that, it's been remarkable. I always knew what he could do, and then going to Oklahoma, he went crazy. But it's been fun to see how he's become such a good player, man. It's been good to see.
How did you two become so connected, just doing some off-season stuff together?
Yeah, we played on the same AAU team, Mocan, and we would, Mocan, that program, shout out to Mocan, Matt Souther, and Rodney Perry. That was our coach. But they put us through practices on the weekend that were harder than any college practice, any NBA practice, any training camp. We would all go down to Kansas City, and me and Trae would spend the night at my coach's house. And we would have 2 or 3 days. We would watch film for an hour. But we ended up winning Peach Jam together. We're the best team in the country. And that's when me and Trae got really close just throughout those summers. And then we always planned on going to college together. Obviously that didn't work out. But he's been my best friend, one of my best friends since.
Malone's talked a little bit about the rebounding, and Jokic put up these huge rebounding numbers, and you guys have struggled as a team rebounding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of curious for you. I think we sometimes make this into just they got to try harder. but you're trying to balance getting out in transition, playing faster, you're trying to manage rotations, you're oftentimes switching. What's been kind of the struggle, you think, for the team in terms of defensive rebounding this season?
Yeah, I don't know. I know Aaron's been out a little bit. He's a very good rebounder, very physical rebounder. I have kind of not been as good rebounding the ball as I should be. I should be able to get double-digit or close to double-digit rebounds every game if I'm playing 30-plus minutes. So I think it's a little bit on me. It's a little bit that we're missing Aaron. And then I think all those guards can come back and you know, crash. But, you know, teams are shooting a lot more threes as well, so there's a lot more rebounds that are kind of like bad bounces. That might play a part because we're getting a lot of bounces that are just going over our heads and guys are getting it. So I think that might play a part as well. But we got to be better there.
How do you regroup at halftime? You just as to kind of what you just mentioned in terms of the team being able to do that. How do you do it individually?
I think you feel out the game. You see where your team's at. It shouldn't take a whole half, but at halftime you could really see where you at and feel it. And we knew we had to turn it on. We knew, even though we were up 4, I think it was 74-70. We knew you know, that it shouldn't be that close of a game tonight. They had some guys out, and we knew we were just playing around with the game, so we knew we had to come out aggressive, and that was my goal in the third quarter.
The defensive inconsistencies aside, the fact that you guys have won 80 or past 11, does it feel like the team's kind of turned a corner? Or are you guys feeling a little more confident?
No, we're good. Right now we're really good offensively, but to make us one of the best teams in the league, like we've been in the past, we gotta get better defensively, and then I think we have the whole package and we can beat anybody. But right now we are elite offensively, and we're very middle of the pack, if not lower defensively. So we got to pick that up.
All right, thank you, Mike.
Thank you.